bit. Okay. So we have done 2 problem in last class. Today we will do some more problem based on degenerate perturbation theory. So let us go for a system that suppose for the hydrogen atom, and hydrogen atom in first excited state is perturbed with potential let's say this potential is V naught S dot L. This is very famous perturbation, the coupling between spin and orbital angular momentum. So this is S dot L, and this is your perturbed term. This is basically HP. So what will correction term? What will first order correction term? Okay. So if I am talking about first excited state, what is meaning of first excited state? N is equal to 2, isn't it? For N is equal to 2, and what is value of L? The L can be possible 0 and 1. And what is value of S here? The S can be for 0, the S can be for half and minus half. These are the value of L, and S can be, sorry, S is basically a spin half particle. So this is our all value of N, L, and S. Now, first excited state is what? They are what? Degenerate in nature, isn't it? They are degenerate in nature. N is equal to 2 is the degenerate in nature. So what will be degeneracy of that state if we are including the spin? What will be degeneracy of first excited state if we are including the spin? 2 पक्का सोचकर बताओ क्या है? 2n square, exactly. So degeneracy is basically that will be 2n square, and that is 2 into 2 to the power square. That will be 8-fold degeneracy is there, isn't it? So this H0 matrix will be what? 8 cross 8 matrix. Are you getting my point? So that will be actually 8 cross 8 matrix. And what will be the diagonal term? The diagonal term will be the eigenvalue, and each and every diagonal term is given by minus 13.6 by 2 square. That will be minus 3.4. This is all about first excited state. Now, so you can imagine that your original Hamiltonian is 8 cross 8 and every diagonal term is same. But what will be the quantum number for that particular degeneracy? If I am talking about 8 cross 8 matrix, then what will be the quantum number for that particular matrix? किसके बेसिस में वो 8 cross 8 दिखाई देगा आपको? Just tell me.
N equals to 2.
So that quantum number is given by 8 cross 8 matrix जो आपको दिखाई देगा, that is N, L, M, S, MS. So this will be your quantum number that when you are talking about 8 cross 8 matrix. So इसके basis में आपको 8 cross 8 matrix दिखाई देगा. But thing is that my perturbation has not any role of MS and M. This is just S and L. And so why we have new quantum number, and that quantum number is basically what? J. So what is that? So what is J? J is the total angular momentum that is defined as S plus L. So this is my total quantum number, and this J has exactly same property on the basis J and Mj, and this will give you J into J plus 1 h cat square J and Mj, and Jz is the z direction of total angular momentum, and that will be J Mj is equal to nothing Mj h cat J and Mj. But my perturbation is something L S dot L. So if I will calculate S dot L, then what I can write? I can write, let's say, my J dot J is, can be written as S plus L dot S plus L. Okay. And here, this value is basically S square plus L square plus 2 times S dot L, and this will be your J square. So I can write S dot L operator as J square minus S square minus L square, and that will by 2. So this is equivalent to my S dot L operator. And now if you will see the perturbation, there is not any role of Z direction. Only we have to know about the magnitude. Are you getting my point? Only we have to talk about the magnitude. That is J. This is nothing but the mod J square. This is nothing but the mod S square. This is nothing but the mod L square. So can you please guess that this perturbation will break the fully degeneracy, or it will break the partial degeneracy?
Sir,
partial degeneracy, and we will see it. Now look, you can see this is basically 8 cross 8 matrix, and when we will apply this perturbation and this is degenerate, then we will get, I think, 1 or 2 different eigenvalue. So let us try to figure it out, that particular eigenvalue. So, and obviously this will only survive on a basis of basically J, L and S. So I can take this as a basis. So J will only act on J, S will only act on S, and L will only act on L, because they all belongs to separate Hilbert space. Okay. So because MS and all are not included into this calculation, so I can just take this as a good quantum number, this as a beneficial quantum number. And now what are the possible value of J? This is most important thing. What are possible value of L here? There are 2 possible value of L. One is 0, one is 1. And there are only 1 possible value of S, that is S is equal to half, because this is just 1 electron system, so S is equal to half. But what is value of J? So if L is equal to 0 and S is equal to half, the value of J is equal to what? Half. Isn't it? Because J will be belongs to L minus S to L plus S. So J will be belongs to this particular thing, and delta J is equal to plus minus 1. So this is your particular selection rule for your J. And I think you have learned this thing into your atomic physics also. है ना? वहां पर आपने पढ़ा होगा ये सारा चीज. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
है ना? Now, for L is equal to 0, S is equal to half, J is equal to half. So I have done this one, and for this one quantum number. But what about for L is equal to 1? What about for L is equal to 1 and S is equal to half? What is value? What are possible value of J? The possible value of J, half as well as 3 by 2. Okay. So you can have J is equal to either half or 3 by 2. That there are only 2 possibility, but these are different set. Please, this is different set, isn't it? And this is different set. So you have to very much careful that which set you are using. So we have to work for the basically three set. One set is J is equal to half, L is equal to 0, S is equal to half. This is my one set. Another set is what? J is equal to half, L is equal to 1, S is equal to half. This is my second set. And third set is J is equal to 3 by 2, L is equal to 1, S is equal to half. So how many value we can expect here? 3 value we can expect for different value of J and L, but let us see, is that 3 value or numerically it is how many value? So let us try to figure it out. What will be the perturbation term? And one V naught is also there, so I can multiply it by V naught. This is my perturbation term, and this will only survive for the diagonal term. This will only survive for the diagonal term. So your perturbed term is also diagonalized. Your original Hamiltonian is also diagonalized in a basis of J, L, and S. So there is not any problem. Okay. So this is my suitable basis. And now we can easily calculate what are these all particular values. So let us try to go for. Okay. So first is J is equal to half. So what is value of mod J square? So HP is basically J into J plus 1 minus L into L plus 1 minus S into S plus 1, and we can have h cut square by 2 here. So now the first is for J is equal to half. So this value is what? 3 by 4 h cut square. L is equal to 0, means this value is 0. S is equal to half, means this value is 3 by 4 h cut square. Sorry, by 2. I will just take 2 here. So this value is basically 0. So for this particular set, this value is 0. There is not any change in the correction. Let us go for this value. So what will be this value? We can put for second one, J is equal to half, that is 3 by 4 h cut square. L is equal to 1, that is minus 2 h cut square. S is equal to half, minus 3 by 4 h cut square by 2. So this and this will cancel. That will be minus h cut square. This is some value. Let us go for this one. So what will about third one? The third one is J is equal to what? 15 by 4, isn't it? 15 by 4 h cut square. L is equal to 1 minus 2 h cut square, and S is equal to half is what? 3 by 4 h cut square by 2. So what is this value? This value is 15 minus 8 minus 3 h cut square by 8, isn't it? H cut square by 8. So what will be this value?
H cut square by 2.
So this value, this is 4, isn't it? 4 by, so this value is h cut square by 2. So you can see initially your state is basically a minus 3.4 electron volt before perturbation, and after then you have this will be remain same. This is not going to change, but 2 will be there. One is minus h cut square, so one will be go down one, that will be V naught h cut square with the minus sign, and another will be little bit upper side, so this will be V naught h cut square by 2. So it will break into 2 part. So obviously this will not break the complete degeneracy. This will just going for what? Something partial breaking of the degeneracy, isn't it? Because actually my original Hamiltonian is 8 cross 8, but there are 8-fold degeneracy, and that 8-fold degeneracy can be break into 2 part. So this is, and I think you have done this thing in something called Zeeman effect kind of thing in your atomic physics, isn't it?
So,
Bolo.
So here by choosing like suitable quantum numbers, we reduce the matrix from 8 to 3 by 3, no?
8 to 3 by 2. That
We are
will,
just 3 by 3. Like we are just manipulating only that
that
3
is,
by
we are
3
just
matrix.
manipulating only for that thing, because, and this will depends on what is your value of J. So this will be, for this you have, listen, now what will happen? For the given value of J, there are big matrix and there are a smaller subspace. The one subspace is created by this J. Another subspace is created by this J. Okay. This will create
Yes, sir.
2 cross 2 subspace. Okay. And this will create 4 cross 4 subspace. Are you getting my point?
Yes,
Because what is
yes, sir.
degeneracy? 2J plus 1 will be the degeneracy. So
Here
under
we are
the,
not taking that.
under the 8 cross 8 matrix, that will be bigger one, you have 1 2 cross 2, you have another one, this type of thing is there. Okay, this will be 2 cross 2,
Yes,
this
sir.
will be 2 cross 2, and this will be 4 cross 4. So again you will have 8 cross 8, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
है ना? इसके अंदर जो होगा, आप देखो, this is suppose 8 crosses. So suppose there is 2 cross 2, there is 2 cross 2, then there is 4 cross 4 matrix. Okay, and this will be again 8 cross 8. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So obviously, and what we are doing, we are working for this subspace from this subspace from this subspace from this, and all they are what, in a block diagonal form. Are you getting my point? All they are in block diagonal form. And but we
Yes,
are
sir.
getting only two things, but every quantum number is same. Are you getting my point? Every quantum number is same for the original. That means minus 13.6 electron volt. Okay. So anyway, you have to just calculate this one because this is diagonalized, so there is not any problem. So let us go for one more problem, because I expect this time people will ask some problem from the degenerate perturbation. Surely, because last 2 years they are not asking any problem. So you have to work on it in a very nice way. Okay. So let us go for one more problem. Okay. If you want to write this matrix, you can just write N, L, M, S, MS. Put the all value, you will get 8 cross 8 matrix. For the given value of L and S, you will have one same type thing. For L is equal to 0 and half, you have same type thing. For L is equal to 1 and half, you have another type of thing. And similarly, you can have, but these two are not playing any role into this calculation, whatever we have done here. Okay. Okay. So here is my system, a particle, and I am just explaining this thing, a particle of mass m, let's say this has mass m, rotating in a horizontal circle of radius a. So this is in a horizontal circle. That means this is in xy plane of a radius a. And it is perturbed with potential. It is perturbed with potential V naught, where phi is between 0 to pi by 2 and 0 otherwise. And 0 otherwise. So this is perturbation. So this is freely rotating, and what you will do, you will give some potential here in this region. Are you getting my point? You are just giving some potential into this region, 0 to pi by 2 with some potential. You can give it, isn't it? Some change in potential, and this potential is little bit a slight potential, a small potential, but between 0 to pi by 2. And phi is the azimuthal angle. This is just azimuthal angle. So what will be first order energy correction? first order energy correction in first excited state. First excited state. So this is your first order energy correction. Now, can you please tell me what will be first excited state? What is energy related to first excited state? What is your Hamiltonian? Your Hamiltonian is basically Lz square upon 2ma square. Yes, this is my Hamiltonian. And here I can put this Lz as some, let's say I am just putting small m square, h cut square upon 2ma square. And what is value of m? M is equal to 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2. You have done this all thing, isn't it? And what is the first excited state? First excited state is all I am talking about, plus minus 1. This is our first excited state. Okay. And if I am talking about first excited state, what are the possible, why minus sign is there and plus sign is there? Because once you can move clockwise and another you can move anti-clockwise. So why we have to take two direction of angular momentum? The two direction of angular momentum will give you exactly same value of energy. And that is nothing but the rotational kinetic energy. Now, what will be the first excited state wave function? You have 2 pi e to the power I phi, and another one is what? 1 upon root 2 pi e to the power minus I phi. Yes. So these are what? Doubly degenerate. I can assume this is phi 1 and I can assume this is phi 2. Now, this is doubly degenerate. So what we have to do? We have to just go for, so what is your H naught matrix? What is your H naught matrix? H naught matrix is basically H cut square upon 2ma square 0 0 H cut square upon 2ma square. This is 2 cross 2 H naught matrix. In which basis I have written this thing? In which basis I have written this thing directly? In this basis, phi 1 and phi 2, because they are what? Energy eigenstate. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Whenever you will write Hamiltonian in a basis of energy eigenstate, that will be always diagonalized. There is not any problem. So this is the thing that we are using here. Now my task is that I have to write this V naught matrix in a basis of phi 1 and phi 2. Then only we can use the degenerate perturbation theory. So let us try to go for writing this particular V naught matrix in a basis of phi 1 and phi 2. So how many terms I have to find? I have to find 4 terms. So what will be my first term? So why I have given this will is 1 and this one is 2. But both are associated with the same energy eigenvalue, and that is what? H cut square upon 2m a square. So they are what? Doubly degenerate. Now let us try to go for my first.
Sir,
Yes.
in the question it is said that we have to find the energy correction for first order. So why we are taking the ground state wave function?
Where we are taking ground state wave function, madam? This is not ground state wave function. Ground state wave function is 1 upon root 2 pi. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting this thing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
M is equal to 0 is allowed here. This is not
Yes,
particle
sir,
in
yes.
box. Okay. You have this boundary condition. E to the power I phi plus 2 pi is equal to e to the power I phi. This is boundary condition, and this boundary condition give us that I can write m is equal to 0 plus minus 1. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So please go and revise your Schrodinger wave equation. जो हम लोगों ने पहले किया है उसको आप प्लीज रिवाइज करो. Okay? So now let us try to go for HP11. So what is my HP11? Obviously, I have to go for phi 1 HP phi 1. So this value is V naught will be outside. 1 upon root 2 pi, 1 upon root 2 pi is here. And there is 0 to pi by 2. Okay. And this value is e to the power minus I phi, because I will take the complex conjugate, and V naught I have taken outside here, and this will be e to the power again minus, this will be I phi. Okay. This is phi 1 and this is phi 1. Isn't it? D phi. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So this value is what? You will just integrate it. What is this value? This will be 1 and you will just integrate it. Then this value is V naught upon 4. Yes? 0 to pi by 2, that is V naught upon 4. Clear enough?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now let's go for HP12. This is very interesting. We have to go for what? HP12. Let us go for HP12. What is going to happen this one? So I am just removing all this thing because, and this is simple calculation, not very tough, but yes, very conceptual in nature. But HP12, what will be this HP12? Here I will take phi 1 and here I will take HP, here phi 2. Phi 2, phi 1 will be in the bra form. So again I will take 1 upon 2 pi outside, V naught here, 0 to pi by 2. This will be e to the power minus I phi. Yes. And what will be this one? This will also e to the power minus I phi d phi. And when you are going to calculate it, this will be V naught upon 2 pi. You have to go for integration 0 to 2 pi e to the power minus 2 I phi d phi. And you can just easily calculate this one. What will be this value? So this value is V naught upon 2 pi e to the power minus 2 I phi upon minus 2i. You will go to 0 to pi by 2. And if you will calculate this one will be give you minus I. You can just check it. देखो क्या आ रहा है? Minus I आ रहा है. This will give you minus I. Just check it. देखो एक बार करके आ रहा है. E to the power minus pi minus 1, and that will give you 2, and this minus 2 will be cancelled, and this I will go upstairs, so this will be minus I. Are you people comfortable?
Yes, sir.
है ना? Just check it. Just check it. Okay. So this is minus I. Again, we have to calculate HP22. You will again get same value, that is B naught by 4. Now I just want to know from your intuition what should be HP21. What should be HP21? Without
Conjugate of
calculation. Without any calculation.
Conjugate of this value.
Exactly. That we will get the conjugate of this one. Actually, I have to calculate V naught upon 2 pi, and we will go for 0 to pi by 2. And this value is e to the power I phi and e to the power I phi d phi. So this will give you the answer, that V naught upon 2 pi into I. Okay. Because this matrix, perturbed matrix, must be Hermitian in nature. Then only it can be applied in a realistic form, isn't it? Then only it will give you the real eigenvalue. And we always need real eigenvalue for any physical quantity. This is all about formulation. So why we can use this particular problem. So now let us try to make your HP matrix. So let us go for HP matrix. So for HP matrix, we have that value is given by V naught by 4, and this value is, what is this value? Minus V naught I upon 2 pi minus, sorry, this will be plus V naught I upon 2 pi, and this is V naught by 4. So this is diagonalized, this is not diagonalized. What I have to do? I have to diagonalize this one. So what is meaning of diagonalizing this one? I have to actually calculate what? Eigenvalue of this matrix, isn't it? I have to just calculate the eigenvalue of this matrix. So let us calculate the eigenvalue of this matrix. That will be V naught by 4 minus lambda whole square minus, and this will be minus, so this will be multiplied. So what will happen? I into I minus plus, then this will be something V naught upon 2 pi whole square, that must be equal to 0. So what are the values? The values are V naught upon 4 minus V naught upon 2 pi, and another is V naught upon 4 plus V naught upon 2 pi. So these are and this is a very nice, and this will just break the degeneracy. This will completely break the degeneracy because it is 2 cross 2, and here it is appeared just as 1 cross 1, but it will break this particular degeneracy. You have something like this. We have our energy, that is h cut square upon 2ma square before perturbation, but after the perturbation, you can just break it. Yes. So this is wonderful problem. You can easily, this type of problem can come into your exam. Okay. So you cannot avoid this type of problem. Okay. This will always important. Hai na? So I think we have done enough problem. Okay. And then you can just go for your assignment and you can easily solve whatever the problem come into your exam. If you have any doubt, you can just ask me. And I think it's already 10:30. So I will take this thing in tomorrow class, time dependent perturbation. Okay, it's okay for you?
ऊपर जाएगा ना?
Sorry?
Sir, plus वाला, sir, वो जो degeneracy.
Oh, sorry. Yes, ऊपर जाएगा या नीचे जाएगा. Okay, yes, good. Thank you. है ना? मैं वहीं पर लेकर के ऊपर नीचे कर दिया ना. Okay, good. Thank you. Plus वाला ऊपर जाएगा. So I think you understand all this thing, है ना? And now you can revise all your atomic physics. Just go and revise all your atomic physics. What you are doing there? You are just using different type of degeneracy. Isn't it? What you have done, if I can remember my own days, first perturbation is LS coupling. Yes. Second perturbation in the hydrogen atom. Second perturbation is all about your magnetic field into Z direction. Yes. Isn't it? So
Yes,
this is
sir.
my first. This is all about if you are putting your thing into magnetic field, your hydrogen atom into magnetic field, then what is going to happen? Ground state is obviously not going to change, I think. And then here you will get some fine structure kind of thing. Yes. So everything is just a perturbation term, just a perturbation term. Whenever you have some original Hamiltonian, you want to see what will happen into that particular thing. If there is degeneracy, you have to give some field. You have to give some extra field, some outside field to the system, and then it can be breakout. So this is very important thing. Okay. So I think I will stop here. So tomorrow I will take for this particular one class will be one or maybe two classes for the time dependent perturbation theory. Okay.